Night shifts in hospitals are different from anywhere else. People think hospitals are loud all the time, machines beeping, doctors rushing, nurses calling out orders. That's only true during the day. At night, hospitals become something else entirely. They breathe. I learned that during my first month working night security at a regional hospital in Michigan. Midnight to 8 a.m. Just me, a radio, a flashlight, and a badge clipped to my chest. My job was simple: patrol the halls, check locked wings, respond to alarms. Nothing dramatic. That's what they told me. The hospital was old. Not ancient, but old enough that parts of it felt forgotten. Long hallways that didn't see patients anymore. Closed wings waiting for renovations that never came. Floors that stayed quiet for months at a time. There was one rule I learned quickly. Nobody said it out loud, but everyone followed it. After 2 a.m., no one went near the old pediatric wing. I asked once, casually, like I didn't care. A nurse just shook her head and said, "You'll figure it out." My shift started at midnight. The first couple of hours were always the same. Walk the main halls, nod at tired nurses, watch elevators open and close for no reason. Around 1:30 a.m., the hospital settled into that deep quiet where even footsteps sound too loud. At 2:12 a.m., I was in the east corridor, finishing a routine check, when my radio crackled. "Security," dispatch said. "Confirm your location." I pressed the button. East corridor, second floor. There was a pause. "That's not what we're seeing." My stomach tightened. "What do you mean?" Another pause. Longer this time. "Our system shows your badge in pediatrics." I stopped walking. "That's impossible," I said. "I haven't been anywhere near pediatrics." The radio crackled with static. "Hold position." I looked around. The hallway I was in was familiar. Supply closets, nurse call panels, clean white walls. Definitely not pediatrics. "Dispatch," I said, trying to keep my voice steady. "Double check that." "We are," they replied. "And you're moving." My blood ran cold. "I'm standing still." I looked down at my badge. It hung from my chest, still warm from my body heat. The little red LED blinked like it always did. Dispatch spoke again, quieter now. "If that's not you, then who is?" I felt it before I heard it. A sound behind me. Soft. Bare footsteps. Slow. Not rushed. Not hiding. Just walking. I didn't turn around. Every instinct screamed at me not to. The footsteps stopped a few feet behind me. I stood there, heart pounding so hard I could feel it in my throat. The hallway lights hummed overhead. Somewhere far away, a machine beeped once, then went silent again. "Dispatch," I whispered. "I hear someone behind me." Static. Then a different voice came through the radio. Lower. Almost strained. "We see movement on the pediatric cameras." I swallowed. "That's not me." "We know," dispatch said. I felt something shift in the air behind me. Like a presence leaning closer. I forced myself to breathe slowly. "What do you see?" I asked. Another pause. "Two figures," dispatch said. One adult height. One smaller. My skin crawled. The pediatric wing had been closed for years. No patients. No staff. No reason for movement. "I'm not turning around," I said. "Don't," dispatch replied immediately. The footsteps started again. This time, they moved away from me, toward the end of the hall. I heard them fade. Then, softly, I heard something else. A child laughing. It echoed down the corridor, distorted, like it didn't belong in the air. My hands were shaking so badly I nearly dropped my flashlight. "Dispatch," I said. "I want out of this hallway." "Proceed to the nearest staffed areas," they said quickly. "Do not go toward pediatrics." I walked. No, I power walked, down the corridor, not daring to look back. Every shadow felt like it was stretching toward me. Every reflection in the glass panels looked wrong. When I reached the nurse's station, I practically collapsed into the chair. The nurse looked at me and frowned. "You okay?" I nodded too quickly. "Yeah. Just tired." I didn't tell her what I heard. At 3:07 a.m., dispatch called again. "Security," they said. "Your badge is still active." "That's impossible," I snapped. "I'm right here. We know where you are," they said slowly. "But there's still a badge moving in pediatrics." My heart sank. "Whose badge?" Silence. Then, "It's using your ID." I looked down at my badge again. Still there. Still blinking. "I never lost it," I said. "That's the problem," dispatch replied. They pulled up the logs. The second badge signal had started at 2:11 a.m., the exact moment they first called me. It had been walking the pediatric hallways ever since. Back and forth. Back and forth. Always stopping outside the same room. Room 214. I asked what used to be in that room. Dispatch didn't answer. At 4 a.m., they sent another guard from the opposite side of the building to check pediatrics. I listened over the radio as he walked down the hallway. Then he stopped. "Something's wrong," he said. "What do you see?" dispatch asked. Silence. Then the radio filled with static. When his voice came back, it sounded distant. "Why is there a child standing in the hall?" The radio cut out. They found him 10 minutes later, sitting against the wall, rocking back and forth. He wouldn't speak. Wouldn't look at anyone. They took him home at sunrise. Before my shift ended, dispatch pulled me aside. "There's something you need to know," they said. They showed me archived footage. Every night. Between 2 and 4 a.m. a second badge signal appears in pediatrics. Always matches the active guard on duty. Always disappears by morning. I quit that job the same day. But here's the part that still keeps me awake. A week later, I checked my email. There was a system notification from the hospital. "Badge activity detected, pediatric wing. Timestamp, 2:13 a.m. I don't work there anymore. But somewhere, my badge still does.